In the middle of the night, we snuck within one of the UK's remaining coal-fired power stations. Soon after closure in 2023, we ventured inside West Burton A Station to witness the plant during decommissioning.
Fucking hell. I'm in awe every time I see a turbine like this. Wow.
However, it wasn't as simple as it might appear, and we had to stay alert constantly.
There's a guy, stop. Straight on the right side of the hall.
Oh my god, you'll never guess what?
What is it?
95% of our viewers aren't subscribed.
95%?
That's alright man, calm down, there's still time to fix this. Hit subscribe with notifications on to never miss a future video. We are happy to announce that we have launched our YouTube membership program. We have 2 levels available for anyone willing to support the channel, with 2 exciting levels featuring perks and rewards, such as early access to videos, emojis and badges, and members only videos featuring our various behind the scenes road trip series. Check it out now using the link below. Anyway, on to today's episode. It was midnight in April 2023 as our collective gazed towards the shadow of West Burton A Power Station in the distance. Surrounded by an imposing perimeter fence, the plant appeared improbable until you think outside the box. Using a culvert, we were able to pass beneath the fence line. Despite it being after hours, 24/7 security remained on site, so it was vital to swiftly enter the complex's conveyor system undetected, which would have transported material from the coal yard directly into the boiler house.
So as you just saw by the shoddy phone footage, we're embarking on another power station adventure. This one only closed recently, so we're expecting it to be completely intact, just a lot quieter than it normally would be. Access was fairly simple for one of these buildings, but I think that's usually how it is when you hit it early before the private security firm moves in. And we're quite convinced now that we're gonna be able to use these conveyors to find our way into the boiler house, where we'll begin our exploration.
Been a while.
Yeah, we haven't done one of these in a long time. The wind is terrifying in these buildings.
It's a lot of walking.
Yeah. You always fail to predict the temperature as well, like I've overlaid so much. Oh my god. Yeah, we're not even close. Still got another one to get through. Yeah, this has to be it. Sweating like a pig.
It's very hot.
We're in. Oh, it's wide open for us. Let's go. Yeah, straight into that industrial goodness.
After a lengthy trek to reach this position, we caught our breath, listening for any unexpected noises besides the jolts and hisses of the decommissioning power station.
As we always like to do after the tiring entry into these places, is head straight up to the roof to catch our breath. This looks like the optimum staircase, but unfortunately we're not going to be able to do it.
Can't go up.
And these doors to the roof are all turning out to be locked. But we'll check every single one until we get that lovely bit of fresh air. So high up here. This is not the full way down in the boiler house, but you get the idea. It's an absolute Goliath, this building. This place is quite a hot spot at the moment. We've given up on the roof. We tried like 5 doors and they were all shut, so we're going to head down to the turbine hall roof and try and get on that, because sometimes we found that's usually open for some reason. This place is quite a hot spot though at the moment, obviously with it just closing, and the popularity of these buildings has increased over the last few years. And we were just saying what would be awful is that we've done this very carefully thought plan to get in, and it would be a shame if someone else just jumped the front gate, got seen, and then we got caught because of it. That would be a real shame.
I've had it in the past.
Yeah, you've had it before, haven't you?
One of the other stations. Luckily I was on the roof, so I spotted 7 police cars on site.
Sure.
There's 5 other guys that are in there.
Look at the size of these boilers. Wow. Look at the scale of this. Size of that camera. This is where the conveyors end. And these are the bunkers. It's the flashing lights and weird noises that make this so atmospheric and a bit spooky.
From much experience of exploring these colossal structures, we knew it was key to stay on guard. After some time wandering around freely, we made our first sighting.
We've just seen a guy, and it wasn't another explorer, as much as that's what we anticipated to see first. The man in orange high vis and a hard hat. So we've just done a little jog to a different part of the boiler house. Corbin, which way was he walking? That way?
He wasn't walking.
He just stood still.
Stood still like picking something up. He bent the over and he was something. I don't know what he was doing.
We can look through the floor and see if we can spot anyone else.
Highlighting that the presence of too many workers could cut our visit short, we decided to beeline for the main target, the turbine hall.
The last place you'd want to run into someone would be here. Yeah. Nothing to say, lad, he's open. It's a gantry.
Wait, it is. No shit, I didn't even notice.
Fucking hell. They're so much bigger than it looks.
As we clambered onto the gantry crane of the turbine hall, it was some view to take in, looking along at the 4 500 megawatt generating units in all their glory.
Right, it's the central. Wow. These are fucking awesome.
West Burton Power Station in Lincolnshire dates back to 1966 when it was commissioned, the first 2,000 megawatt plant in the United Kingdom. As the country's coal-fired stations gradually closed down over the last decade, this facility was one of the last 2 still active before its inevitable closure in March 2023.
Fucking hell. Oh, there's a guy, stop. Straight on the right side of the hall. Yeah. Stop moving. Stop moving. Yeah, and it would be there in the middle on the right as well. Oh, he's there, he's out again. He's going that way. You can stand up. He's going on the right side.
That's the same guy you saw, isn't it?
Orange high vis. He's turning left, he's going into the boiler house.
Watching the workers' movements for a little bit to try and assess any patterns, we were aware at some point we would have to head back inside the boiler house to observe the turbines from a different perspective.
Just constantly scouring for that flash of orange high vis. Right here, bro. Right, so they're coming into the boiler house. Just there. So maybe we should go back and go turbine offload. Yeah. They're literally like just there. we'd have a quick dash around the turbine hub floor before we leave. Get real up and close and personal with these beasts. Wowee. Incredible up close.
On the same level as the many workers we had spotted, we briefly gazed at the incredible turbines before us. Believe it or not, 2 years onward from our filming, the machines have already been stripped to their core, making the few minutes we spent walking in between the blue giants even more impactful.
Out of here now.
Not wanting to push our luck more than we had, we figured we should exit the plant while still unseen. Retracing our steps, we continued to keep one eye peeled for people all the way. Thankfully, we were able to make it out without a trace. Here are some of our photographs captured at the abandoned West Burton Power Station. If you like the look of them, check out our Instagram page in the description, where we share images from our explores months before they are seen on YouTube. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed what we feel is a more immersive look at one of our power station explorations than we have shared prior. Let us know what you think. See you next time.